Hello, guys. This is Luanna Luna from Intis Telecom. Another episode for the WhatsApp, the video blog. Now we're going to be talking to people around the business messaging. And my first ever guest is James Williams. It's a great pleasure to have you here. I know you are known as the Mr. Connectivity and really well known across the industry. And you just joined the Mobile Ecosystem Forum as a Director of Programs, which makes things really interesting. So, James, you're more than welcome here.
Luanna, thank you very much for the warm welcome. It's a pleasure being your first ever guest on your new WhatsApp program, basically. So that's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, you're correct. So at the beginning of the year, I joined the Mobile Ecosystem Forum as Director of Programs. And MEF is the global neutral voice of mobile. We're an industry trade body, have been around now technically 20 years, but really it's actually 21 years. About 130 members from all around the world, mobile operators, business messaging companies, personal data, digital identity providers, IoT companies, and so many other players around the ecosystem. So yeah, it's a nice place to be in the middle of it all.
Wow. So I am starting from the top, right? Because you are the best one to be starting. That's great. So tell me, what is the magic that you do, James? What do you do?
So what do I do? Well, if you're talking about the MEF side of things, I manage what's called the Future of Messaging program, which is very, very apt given what Intis Telecom do. And indeed, you're one of our newer members. So thank you for joining the MEF community. And we have about 80 messaging companies from around the world involved in the future of messaging. So that's what I really principally look after. But I do a few other things across the organization as well. But messaging really is what I do, and it's where I've come from and what I've been in for such a long time.
Wow, that is great. And okay, how did you join the industry of mobile engagement and the telecommunications? How was it in the beginning?
Well, I can tell you, when I was growing up, I never thought I'd be in this industry in telecoms or anything like that. I studied languages at school, majored in languages.
Oh, yeah.
I did business and German at university, and I actually had a placement in the first year of university, and I had it with a Siemens associate company. Siemens is a big German industrial conglomerate, and I actually started off on the telecom side in the first year of my industrial placement. Then I got a placement at their HQ in Munich in my third year. Then I was offered a job with them. So I was in telecoms straight away, and that was exactly 30 years ago. So I'm old.
Exactly 30 years. That's great. Goes fast.
Yeah.
No, it's a pleasure. You have a great experience. And okay, you said 30 years, right? So from then to now, what's the biggest change?
I think I know the biggest change is that the world of telecoms really has shrunk the world. Because before, if you think, the first phone call was made in, I think it's 1876. So the voice world has been around for a long time, but the mobile phone and definitely the internet has shrunk the world. And if you think about what we're doing today on video, the ability, you happen to be sitting in London, I happen to be sitting in the north of England, but you could be sitting back home in your native Brazil, I could be in New Zealand and communicating. And we could not do that before. So definitely the world has become a lot smaller thanks to the world of telecoms. So it's allowed us to really, really communicate better amongst us. And that's impacted positively billions of people around the world, which I think is fantastic.
It's fantastic. I'm proud, and I'm sure you are proud as well to be part of this industry. It's amazing. And SMS as well. You said the first SMS was sent in 92, wasn't it?
Correct. December the 3rd, 1992. So SMS has been around. It's nearly 29 years this December.
29, almost 30 years.
Yeah, and okay, it's a bit flat. It's a bit grey. It hasn't got the colour you would have in a WhatsApp message or something like that. But you know what? It works. And what is fantastic is that businesses have really, really switched onto it. And they understand that everyone with a phone, and it doesn't matter if it's a smartphone like this or just a regular mobile phone with no internet access, SMS works for everybody. So the addressable market for business messaging is vast, absolutely vast. And for me, really the number one change in the past 2 or 3 years is the fact that business messaging has become cool, because you've got these massive evaluations of business messaging companies and it's such a fast growing market. It really is exciting. So for the first time, really, I can say honestly, someone who's been around the industry for a long time, for someone younger, if you have never thought about the world of business messaging or something like that, come and have a look at it, because it impacts, like you, because it impacts absolutely everybody.
It does. It's so cool. Actually, it is really cool, the industry, but what else is cool for you? Like, what else do you do in your life and as hobbies? And tell us something interesting about you.
That's been a really good point, because for so long, work has been my life. Traveled around the world for so many years, but not that many people know that for many, many years, I know I don't look it, but I've been weightlifting and doing personal training type stuff for now 30 years. I'm a fully qualified weightlifting instructor, fully qualified personal trainer. So that's what I like, that side of things. But I also like chocolate. To counterbalance me, I love chocolate.
Yes, how can you do both? You cannot do both.
I know exactly what you need to do. I know exactly what you need to eat. But hey, I like chocolate too much. So there we go.
You need to be happy, right? You can keep the balance, like do a job, take care of the business, but eat some chocolate. Yeah, that's your best advice, right, James? Thank you. Well, thank you for this amazing time, amazing interview. It is a really great pleasure for me to be talking to you. And so, guys, watch out for the next interview, next episode of Intis Telecom. Bye-bye.
Bye.